on the following problem, it's asking me to find the cosine of theta divided by 2. And it told me that the cosine of an angle is negative 3/5, and that the angle terminates between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Since they're asking me to find the cosine of theta divided by 2, I'm going to use my formulas. My half angle identities for cosine, I only have one that I can use. So I'll be using this one here. Let me go and write it down. A will be the value, will be theta. So it gives me cosine of theta divided by 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 plus the cosine of theta divided by 2. And now I just need to be able to plug in the cosine of theta, and in this case they provide that for you. So I'll be substituting negative 3 over 5. So it's equal to plus or minus square root of 1 plus, instead of cosine of theta, I'm going to replace it with negative 3 over 5 divided by 2. And from there I just need to be able to simplify. To be able to add two fractions or subtract, I need to place it over 1, so it'll be 1 over 1. They need to have the same denominator, so I'm going to multiply by 5. So this will give me 5 over 5. So therefore 5/5 minus 3/5 will give me 2/5. So it'll be 2 divided by 5 over 2. Let's not forget plus or minus. And now I'm going to continue to simplify it. I'm going to change my division to a multiplication by taking the reciprocal of the second fraction. So therefore I need to place this over 1. It will be 1 over 2. Plus or minus. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. And I'm going to separate my square root. I cannot have a square root on the denominator, so I'm going to rationalize it by multiplying by the square root of 10. Square root of 10. Plus or minus the square root of 20. Denominator gives me the square root of 100, which is 10. I'm going to simplify my numerator, and I can simplify the square root of 20 is square root of 4 times square root of 10, or 2 square root of 10 over square root of 4 over square root of 5. And now I can reduce my fraction, my 2 and my 10 divided by 2. So it gives me plus or minus square root of 5 divided by 5. Now we have to decide if it's positive or negative. They tell you that your angle, so this is the cosine of theta divided by 2. They tell me that my angle is between 90 degrees and 180. So therefore if I divide everything by 2, because I'm looking for half of the angle, this is what I have here. I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. That gives me 45 degrees is less than theta divided by 2, which is less than 90 degrees. If I make a quick sketch, 45 is here, 90 degrees is here. So therefore my angle will be somewhere in the first quadrant. And for cosine, the first quadrant will be positive. So therefore my answer will be letter B.